Welcome to Social Work 5369, Seminar in Family Therapy. My name is LaShawn Bold, and I will be your instructor this semester. I'm an associate professor in practice in the School of Social Work, and I'm excited to facilitate this course. I want to give you a brief tour of the course so you'll know where to find things. We're starting here from the home page, and as you can see, you have some areas here that are all clickable areas over to the left. You also have some areas here that are these icons that are also clickable. I want to encourage you to click around and get comfortable with the class before you just dive in to the modules. On this front page also, you'll see that there's a to-do list here. Okay, there are several things listed here for the beginning of the semester. Not everything is listed on your to-do list necessarily. So you'll want to check your course calendar regularly. Your course calendar can be found over here, or it can be found over here to the left. I'm going to click around here. I'm going to start down here, your instructor. There's where you can get to know a little more about your instructor this semester. Let's go back to the home page. We're going to click on the syllabus area. This is where you can see the syllabus in detail. And here at the bottom are all of the assignments and their due dates. You can download the syllabus right here by clicking there. It downloads and you pull it up. There's the syllabus for this semester. You're going to want to look at it for detail. When you first look at the syllabus, you're going to see some of the objectives that are outlined by the Council of Social Work Education as part of what your requirements are to become a competent social worker. You're going to want to be familiar with those. Each of the assignments that we have in the School of Social Work in this particular course are aligned with the competencies of social work. Here you'll also find what the textbook is, and you'll notice here that in addition to the textbook, we have a video that you'll be asked to either find on Netflix, or you may need to rent it for a few dollars. This video we will use in discussions as well as the final assignment. Be sure you understand that this video is not appropriate for people under the age of 17. It is highly advised that you not watch this video in the room with young children. It's not appropriate for young children. You'll have various assignments which are listed on the syllabus, video notes, discussion groups every week. You'll be placed in a discussion group, a small group of 4 people in your group, and you'll be discussing each week. Discussion boards are expected to be turned in at the end of each week, and there is no late discussion boards. There are no late discussion boards. You must turn those in at the end where there is a due date. So don't let those lapse. You want to keep up with that. There's also some additional requirements there. There's a genogram that you'll do on your own family, 3 generations of your own family, and then there's a final treatment paper. I think you'll enjoy this class a lot because it's got some great elements to teach of family therapy. I think you'll really like it. Also on your syllabus is the grading tools. This is where the grading table, this is where each of the assignments is given a points, and you'll see that they add up to 100 points. And then there's other areas here that are important, like grade grievances. And the course schedule is here. You're going to want to be familiar with all of these things in the syllabus. I'm going to click out of that now, and we're going to go quickly to the modules. Over in the modules, this is where you get started. When you see them initially, they may look more like this, where they're all kind of fold it up there. And you're going to want to click on the chevron to see what all is there. That's very important. And then you go through and you can see the different areas in each module. So for example, number 1, module 1, that's where you'll begin. And you're going to want to click there and you'll hear a brief overview from me of the course in a brief to-do list as well. After you do the begin, you're going to move to the next area, which would be readings. Remember to look at this area very closely because the readings are more than just chapter after chapter in consecutive order. As you'll see here in Module 1, I've put some additional reading there for you. All of the readings are expected and they're supplemental, and you're expected to be able to use them in your discussions. I also want to point out here, there's a Next button at the bottom of the screen on the right. To click through, you will want to click those Next buttons. That's the best way to go through each module is to click through the Next buttons. That's why you don't have to necessarily go back here. But if you get lost in your buttons, you go back over here to the modules, you click, and it'll start you again from the beginning. It'll show you all of the modules in a row. You're going to want to watch the videos as well because there may be videos that are required for the discussion. I'm going to click Next here. This is where the first discussion is, and it's more of a discussion about introducing yourself. If you'll notice closely, there are specific requirements about the length of the discussion and what's expected there. We want those discussions to be thoughtful and in-depth. So I appreciate it if you would take a special amount of time on those discussions as they are a major part of your grade. And then at the end of each module, you'll see a wrap up and a looking ahead for the next one. Then if you click Next, you'll be taken to the very next module where you'll also see another voice there of an overview. When you come to some of these PowerPoints, which there are in some of the areas, some of them are voiced and some are not. This one I'm looking at now is not voiced, but you will find some PowerPoints are voiced. If they are voiced, they may take longer for you to download. So what you will want to do is if it's taking a long time, you're going to want to click there where it says download, and then you'll go over here and pull it up in your computer, in your PowerPoint area. If you find something that says enable editing, you're going to need to push that. And then you're going to need to go to slideshow and play it from the beginning. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to go back to modules to make sure I've covered everything. If you'll notice, I believe there are 11 modules in this particular class. I'll be folding all of those up at the end. So there are 11 that take us into the 11 weeks of summer, which works out nicely, doesn't it? And there are some other links and readings here. So be sure that you finish up. Your 8th discussion of the course wrap-up is here in Module 11. So be sure that you go all the way through all the modules. This is also where your final paper is found. If you get lost in the assignments, you can always go back, let me show you, to where it says assignments. And you click there, and all of your assignments are there. And they'll be available for you to just click on. Okay, so like the first assignment is there. You click on it. When you get there, you're going to have to push reply in order to type in your response. Okay, very important. You have to push reply on most of the discussion areas. Going back to assignments, You will also have an area that says grades, and it'll show what your grades are, okay? And how you're doing. So if you want to see where your grades are and how you're doing, you click there. Here is another area called the people area. Everybody is listed there. However, you're going to be in a specific group. So depending on who you are, you will have already been assigned to a group. You will not form your own group. You are assigned to a group. Very important, okay? You will already see your group there. You should. If you do not already see your assigned group there, let me know. Email me, okay? And here are some other additional things that you can see for yourself. I hope that's helpful to you. Please email me if you have additional questions about this, and I'm looking forward to a great semester.